Elena Vasquez had been sitting at the downtown bus stop for 2 hours, watching her breath form small clouds in the December air while she tried to figure out where to go next. At 28, Elena had thought she had her life mapped out. But 3 weeks ago, everything had crumbled when she discovered that her fiancé had been stealing from their joint savings account to fund a gambling addiction. The betrayal had left her with nothing but debt and broken trust. Now she sat on the cold metal bench with $17 in her wallet and nowhere to call home. The homeless shelter had been full the previous night, and she had spent the hours walking the streets until dawn. That was when she noticed the little girl. The child appeared to be about 4 years old, bundled in a pink winter coat that looked expensive, but slightly too large for her small frame. She had dark hair tucked under a gray knit hat and bright eyes that seemed to take in everything around her. What struck Elena most was that the child was alone. "Excuse me, sweetie," Elena said gently. "Are you waiting for someone?" The little girl looked up at Elena with a smile that transformed her serious expression. "Yes," she said with clear diction. "I am waiting for my daddy. He is coming to get me." Elena felt relief mixed with concern. "Where is your daddy now?" The little girl pointed toward the tall office buildings. "He is working in one of those big buildings," he said. "To wait right here, and he would come get me." "What is your name?" Elena asked. "Sophie," the little girl replied. "Sophie Chen, and I am 4 years old." "What is your name?" "Elena Vasquez." "It is very nice to meet you, Sophie." Sophie studied Elena's face with unguarded curiosity. "You look sad," she observed. "Are you waiting for someone too?" Elena felt her throat tighten. "Yes," she said quietly. "I suppose I am waiting for someone, but I am not sure they are coming." As they sat together watching the snow fall, Elena found herself drawn into conversation with this remarkable child. Sophie spoke about her drawings, her favorite books, and the elaborate tea parties she hosted for her stuffed animals. "You are very pretty," Sophie said suddenly, "like a princess in my storybooks." Elena smiled despite her circumstances. "Thank you, Sophie, that is very kind." Sophie moved closer on the bench. "Can I ask you something?" "Of course," Sophie's voice dropped to a whisper. "Can you be my mommy?" The question hit Elena like a physical blow. "Oh, sweetie," she said gently. "I cannot be your mommy. You already have a mommy, and your daddy is coming to get you." Sophie shook her head. "I do not have a mommy anymore," she said simply. "She went to heaven last year. Daddy says she is watching over me, but I cannot see her." Elena's heart broke for this little girl. "I am so sorry, Sophie. That must make you very sad sometimes." "Sometimes," Sophie agreed. "But I think you would be a good mommy because you have kind eyes." The innocent honesty made Elena's tears spill over Sophie. "You are such a special little girl." "Can I tell you a secret?" Sophie asked. Elena nodded. "Sometimes I wish for a mommy when I blow out my birthday candles. And when I saw you sitting here looking sad, I thought maybe you were wishing for something too." Elena found herself wondering how this child had learned to see so clearly into hearts. "You are right," Elena admitted. "I was wishing for a family, someone to love, and someone to love me back." Sophie's face lit up with excitement. "That is exactly what I was wishing for too. Maybe we wished for each other." Before Elena could respond, she heard a man's voice, calling Sophie's name with desperate relief. "Sophie, thank God." Elena looked up to see a man in an expensive dark coat running toward them, his face a mixture of panic and relief. He appeared to be in his late 30s with dark hair and the kind of polished appearance that suggested professional success. "Daddy," Sophie called out. "I made a new friend. This is Elena." And she was wishing for the same thing I was. The man reached them and knelt down to Sophie's level. "Sophie, you scared me so much. When Mrs. Chen said you had wandered away from the building lobby." "I am sorry, Daddy," Sophie said. "But I saw the snow and wanted to look at it. And then I met Elena and we had a very important conversation." The man looked up at Elena. "Thank you for staying with her." He said, "I am David Chen, Sophie's father, Elena Vasquez." She replied, "I was just waiting for the bus when Sophie joined me." "She is a remarkable little girl, Daddy." Sophie interrupted. "Elena was wishing for a family just like me. Maybe we can help each?" Other David looked between Sophie and Elena, clearly trying to understand what had transpired. "Are you all right?" he asked Elena gently. "Do you need help getting somewhere?" Elena felt exposed under their attention. I am between situations right now, she said carefully. The shelters will be full tonight with weather like this. David said, Do you have somewhere safe to stay? Elena's silence was answer enough. Daddy, Sophie said with determination. Elena should come home with us. She does not have anywhere to go, and we have lots of room. David looked at Elena with an expression she could not read. You spent time talking with my daughter instead of walking away. That tells me quite a lot about who you are. Would you consider having dinner with us tonight? Elena stared at this man offering shelter to a stranger. I could not impose on your family. But you would not be imposing, Sophie said earnestly. You would be helping. We need someone who understands about wishing for families. Elena found herself telling them about her fiancé's betrayal, about losing everything she had worked for. Something about their combined attention made honesty feel safe. I know something about that, David said quietly. Sometimes recovery means accepting help even when pride suggests we should handle everything alone. What are you suggesting? Elena asked. David extended his hand. I am suggesting that Sophie might be right about wishes finding each other. Come home with us tonight. Tomorrow we can figure out what practical help might look like. Elena looked at this remarkable child who had somehow seen possibilities that Elena had not dared imagine. Okay, she said quietly. Yes, thank you. 6 months later, Elena had become essential to their family. David had offered her a job at his architectural firm, and Sophie's intuition had proven correct about wishes finding each other. When David finally told Elena he loved her, it was on a spring evening when Sophie had fallen asleep between them during movie night. Sophie knew before we did, Elena said with wonder. That first day at the bus stop, she told me that maybe we had wished for each other. They married the following winter, with Sophie serving as both flower girl and officiant, having insisted that she should make their family official since it had been her idea from the beginning. As they exchanged vows, Elena marveled at how a child's simple question had transformed 3 separate people dealing with loss into a family bound by choice and love. Sometimes wishes really do know where to find the hearts that need them most.